You must dress in a mediocre skeleton costume, try something no one has ever done before, throw a spoon, do the time warp, again, and...
This is the wrong kind of cult. Hi there, I'm Teo, and welcome to Cult Classics. Every other Tuesday over the next couple of months, we're going to examine cult films. We'll try to define what a cult film is, which is quite a bit more difficult than it sounds. We'll look at how and why a movie becomes one, and what traits they share, if any. We'll even discuss if they can be engineered. We'll also look at the variety of communities around these films, and consider the relationships to the similar concepts of camp and kitsch. Side note, don't worry if you're not completely sure what those things are, because that's part of what we're going to be talking about in these videos. To do this, we're gonna watch some movies. Every other week we'll discuss a different cult film, from 1973's The Wicker Man to 2006's The Wicker Man to things that are not The Wicker Man. We're going to watch all kinds of things. We'll definitely be watching The Room, Labyrinth, Rocky Horror, Donnie Darko, and all sorts of others, including some classics, silent films and such, and some films made in just the last couple of years. We also want to know what you want to watch, so let us know. But before we do that, you and I should probably have at least a basic idea of what a cult film is. So, can we get a definition?
Cult film. Noun. A film that has acquired a cult following.
Oh, thanks. What's a cult following, then?
Cult following. Noun. A small group of fans that are highly dedicated to a specific area of culture.
Okay, that's better. Essentially, cult films are just movies with generally small but dedicated following. As Danny Peary, author of this wonderful thing, writes, cultists don't merely enjoy their favorite films, they worship them, seek them out wherever they are playing, catch them in theaters even when they have just played on television, see them repeatedly, and are intent on persuading anyone who will listen that they should be appreciated regardless of what the newspaper or television reviewers thought. Obviously, that's a bit extreme. You can be a fan of a cult film without dedicating your entire life to it, but by definition, cult films do need to have a higher level of audience engagement and participation, and even the potential to reach that extent of movie worship. But there's still a bit of ambiguity as to how we define a cult film. What about movies with somewhat larger fan bases? Or like, incredibly small fan bases? Do they all do poorly at the box office? There are lots of different reasons movies will gain their cult followings. They can be so bad they're good, so good they're alienating, astoundingly mediocre, or just absolutely ridiculously weird. Or even a totally different reason. There aren't many steadfast rules, and those we do define might quite possibly be broken. Over the next couple of months, as we try to define what a cult film is, there will be three main things we'll be looking for with each movie we watch. First, we'll look at the critical reception and size of the audience. How was the film originally received? Has it grown in popularity since, and was it generally a commercial success? Second, we'll look at the audience's interaction with the movie. For example, are there any strange audience traditions? We'll look at the cult, so to speak, around the movie. And third, we'll look at the actual contents of the movie. What is it that people latched onto, and do these films have anything in common? Essentially, what is it in these films that make them become what they are? For our first regular episode on September 16th, we're going to be watching Harold and Maude. It's available on Amazon and iTunes, and of course, if you guys know of any other places to watch it, share those in the comments or the Reddit thread for this video. Those two places are also excellent for discussion of cult classics as a whole, and the individual films we'll be watching. Make sure to share your thoughts on Harold and Maude as a cult classic. And remember, let us know if you have suggestions for movies we should watch later on, because we want these to be films that you will enjoy. Thanks for watching. If you liked this, please like this, and if you want to see more, please subscribe, and I'll see you in 2 weeks. Bye.